All right, I'm going to draw just a little number line on the board here in case we need it for the next page. Benjamin was looking at his note for the number line, and when you do your assignment today, you'll get a little assignment after this that is just all integer questions again. It doesn't hurt on the top of the page to make a giant number line, just to make sure you got it down here. So I'm just going to draw a little one here in case we need it. Okay, Sparrow. For the number line, before we get started on the actual question here today, if we add, are we going to go to the right or to the left if you're adding on the number line? Thank you, Sparrow. So we're going to be adding, this way is going to be adding, right? And of course, the other way is going to be subtracting. Okay, since you got some help on that one, Sparrow, I'm coming back to you for this, and if that's okay. Do you recall if it's a negative and a negative, what are 2 minus turn into?
A positive, so it's 5.
Yes, it's going to be -5, so -2 plus 5. What's that equal, please?
7. Oh, I mean, 3.
3, yeah. So, again, you're starting at -2. You're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which will get you to 3. If you don't like the number line, what can you can flip it around and just change to 5 minus 2. Right, that's what I do in my head when I do integers. 5 minus 2 would just be 3 then. Okay? Dallas is coming back from yesterday? Good. All right. All right, Benjamin. I think it'll be Benjamin this year. Sorry, Ben. For the second one here, let's mix all our signs up. Do you remember what a plus and a minus turns into? Plus. Not quite. Okay, now let's just go through. Remember, plus means it doesn't change the sign, and negative means that it does. So this is just going to be a 5 minus 3. Okay? And then the same for this one. Ben, what does this turn into? This one will turn to a plus. Yeah. All right, Chris, what's 5 minus 3, please? Not to that. 2, good. And 2 plus 6 is? No, it's okay. Perfect. Okay. Now, I'm just going to get rid of that negative comment here. You're not bad at math. Okay, well, in this class together, you can do this. Okay, don't worry about yourselves. If you're not feeling good about math, we'll get through this and we'll do it. Okay. I remember we said the first day we're a team, right? We're helping each other out. That's what we're trying to do here, right? Just remember that in this class. Okay. Now, other than those 3 people that I put on the spot here, how's everyone else just coming back from those people? A little bit, I hope, from yesterday. Okay, so Mrs. Moore and I will come around and help if necessary. I'm going to give you an assignment. I'm going to hand it out right now. And before we start, I have 2 things I want to tell you about. Actually, 3 things. Number 1, this is an individual assignment, okay? So you can't memorize mention, you can work on the board. This part isn't time for that. You can ask these questions. We're going to start every class like this pretty much. This just lets Mrs. Moore and I know exactly what you know. Well, I've got half tonight. You'll have a guess today tonight. So, just as you're getting this out, I just want you to read very carefully the top line, what it says. The first thing it says is answer 3 out of 4. So if you take a look, there's a number 1, a number 2, a number 3, and a number 4. Number 1 and 2 are sort of look nice. 3 looks a little more complicated, and 4 is really complicated, but there's only 1 question. Okay, so you can skip one of the questions, either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 you can skip. You can do the other 3. The second thing that it says is, please do this on a separate piece of paper. Okay, so I want you to staple it to the other line piece of paper, and we'll staple it to the back. Okay? I gotta find my stapler, and we'll be okay then. Assuming Mr. Town has one. Okay? So there we go. If you have any questions, just let me know, okay? And we'll get started right now. Here it is so far. Okay, so I actually lied to you yesterday. Remember I wrote bed mass on the board? That isn't actually what we're doing today, so I lied to you. Our title today is going to be multiplying and dividing integers. So our date is September 7th, 2017. We're doing bed mass tomorrow. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, and Mrs. Moore, if you don't mind, just, sorry, you're working hard here. Just keep your eyes open, just to make sure they're taking their notes and not worried about the assignment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my table of contents here. As you can, you'll hopefully be going to. Okay, and on the third date, I'll be putting here, whoops, maybe not. Yeah, I'll be putting here, where do I want to go? September the 7th. Multiplying and dividing integers. And that's probably going to be 300 or something like that. Okay. So if you remember, you will get marks for this for doing this every day. Probably starting next week, I'm going to forget to do it on the board to remind you guys, but I'm hoping that you guys will keep it going in the long term. Okay. That says mult and div integers because that's all that I could fit in there. What is one of the K2 lessons? So I thought on Tuesday we didn't do anything. Yeah, it's up one. You know what I mean? Okay? Sort of good? Let's get going here then. Okay, the rules for multiplying are. Now you guys already know this because we've done it without you actually knowing this. Okay? So, all right. Can you help me out here for a second? If I have a positive number and I multiply by a positive number, what's that going to turn into? Positive or negative? Just think it's correct. Okay? Think of it just like what we did before with the adding and subtracting, right? Positive means you don't switch anything, right? Negative means you do. So if I start with a positive, I'm not going to switch it, and it's a positive. My result's going to be somebody? Positive. Thank you, whoever was that. If I do a negative, I should do a cross here. Okay. All right. Then, if I do a negative and I times it by a positive, what's that going to be? Now just wait before you say, what number was a negative do? Flips it, right? So you're going to flip the phone. Right on, you're going to flip the positive to be a negative. Okay, so always remember that the negative just means flip. Have you guys seen a sheet like this before in grade 8? I'm sure you have. Fine, okay. So I'm going to start with the positive here. I'm going to multiply it by a negative. Melanie. So what's it going to be, please? Negative. Now just watch it and just explain why, rather than a guess. Positive means don't do anything to it, right? And it's a negative, so it's going to stay a negative. Okay, right? So you're starting with positive means you're not going to flip it, and the negative means flip. So finally, sorry, I forgot your name for a second. A negative and a negative is going to be? Why? You're correct.
Because the negative means you put it together.
Yeah. So you're going to, perfect, okay? And you guys already sort of knew this before without even me telling you. Like you guys did this stuff right here. Right? A negative times a negative is a positive. That's what you did here. The same thing here. A positive times a negative was a positive. A negative times a negative is a positive. So you already sort of did this without me telling you. Okay, right? But that's the official formal rule. Okay? The way I do my notes every day is always the same. I give a little bit of note at the beginning, and then we use two examples. That's what I teach. Okay, so that's it for the writing. Now it's just going to be examples the rest of the class. Are you ready? And we only have 20 minutes here anyway, more, so I'm picking on you, but I can pick on anybody. Can somebody stop me around a little bit after 10? Okay, you guys will be happy to do that, I'm sure, so, we put it on for 10:05. Here we go, example 1. A. -3 times -2. Okay, the way I do all of these questions is I'm always going to set up the sign first. Okay, either using your head or using the chart beside you, what's a negative times a negative going to be, please? Positive. So 3 times 2 is going to be 6. So it's going to be positive 6. Or just 6. Okay, so just go through to make sure you guys understand how I got that. Negative times a negative was a plus Mackenzie, and then 3 times 2 is 6. Which is how we do it. Sort of okay? Mackenzie, you good? You got that look that I can't, you'd be a good poker player, I bet. So I can't read what's going on in there. Okay. All right, here we go. All right, Rosie. If I have a positive and a negative, what does that turn into? You don't know. Well, it's going to be a negative, right? The whole idea is a positive means you don't change it, and it's a negative, so you're not going to change it, so it's going to be a negative for this. All right, Rose, you're not done yet. What's 4 times 3, please? You can use this, or you can use your calculator. Oh, sorry, 4 times 3. Okay, somebody help her here. It's okay. Leon, what's 4 times 3, please? Oh, thank you. 12. So -12. So just make sure we understand this, because I'm going back to Mrs. Moore again. Negatives also confuse people with timesing all the way through as well, right? So let's just talk about how we got this, okay? So you're starting with a positive, which means it doesn't flip it. So the negative stays the same, okay? And then it's 4 times 3 to be 12, okay? Okay, I'm going to give you a second to try this one out for me. Let's go that one. So I'm going to hit pause on the video. You guys are going to try this yourself. Okay, try and get the sign, because that's the tricky part. I'm hoping you guys can all find out what 5 times 3 is, either with the times table.